What's up guys, Jason here. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple and efficient Minecraft Bedrock KELP XP farm. This farm works on 1.20 and on all platforms of Minecraft Bedrock, whether you play on your phone, tablet, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, or PC. This farm allows you to easily get a lot of XP. For this farm you'll need 6 chests, 5 redstone torches, 1 redstone repeater, 10 redstone, 7 levers, 6 glass panes, 3 signs, 6 sand blocks, 3 sticky pistons, 6 smokers, 3 wooden trapdoors, 3 slabs, you can use any type of slab that you want, 15 hoppers, 3 kelp, 6 ladders, 2 water buckets, and finally about a stack of solid blocks. You can use any type of solid blocks that you want. A couple examples of solid blocks are smooth stone or cobblestone. The first step is to place 2 solid blocks. Then place a block over here and a block over here as well. Now break this block. Then place a lever over here, redstone torch over here, and redstone repeater over here. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Now place redstone at this spot. As you guys can see there, that should create a redstone clock. Once you have created that redstone clock, flick this lever down to shut it off. Then place 5 solid blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now place another 5 solid blocks over here. After you have done that, place 3 blocks over here. And 3 over here as well. Now place 3 sticky pistons over here. Make sure those sticky pistons are facing this way. The next step is to go behind the farm. Now place a solid block at each of these spots. Then place 5 redstone over here. As you guys can see there, that redstone should cause those sticky pistons to extend. The next step is to place 3 sand over here. Now place sand on top of the extended portion of each sticky piston. The next step is to place a solid block at each of these spots. That sand and sticky piston system will update KELP so that it grows every second. The next step is to place 3 solid blocks over here. Then place a piston on each of those blocks. Make sure those pistons are facing this way. Those pistons will automatically harvest all of the kelp. Now place 3 blocks over here, 3 over here, and 3 over here as well. Then do the same thing on this side. Place 3 blocks over here, 3 over here, and 3 over here as well. Then place a block on each piston. Now place a slab at each of these spots. Then place a trapdoor in front of each slab. Those trapdoors will allow you to easily replant the kelp if it ever breaks. The next step is to place 3 blocks over here, 4 blocks over here, and 2 over here. Once you have done that, place a block at each of these spots. Then crouch down and place 2 chests over here. Then crouch down and place 2 chests over here, and 2 over here as well. After you have placed those chests, go over here. Then break these 3 blocks. Then crouch down and place a hopper at each of these spots. Make sure the nozzles of those hoppers are facing the chests. The next step is to break these 3 blocks. Then break these 3 blocks. Then break the blocks in that outline. After you have done that, place 2 chests at each of these spots. Then crouch down and place 2 hoppers at each of these spots. Make sure the nozzles of all those hoppers are facing those chests. After you have done that, crouch down and place a smoker on each of those hoppers. Then crouch down and place a hopper above each smoker. Make sure the nozzles of those hoppers are funneling downwards towards those smokers. The next step is to crouch down and place 3 levers over here. Now crouch down and place 3 levers over here. That will be the smelting system in this farm. Every time a smoker smelts a piece of kelp, it will get some XP. The next step is to crouch down and place 3 glass panes over here. Now place 3 glass panes over here. Then open these trapdoors. Now place a sign at each of these spots. As you guys can see there, those signs should be on the second row of glass panes. The next step is to create an infinite water source somewhere near the farm. To do that, place blocks like this. Then place water over here and water over here. By creating the infinite water source, you will be able to use 2 buckets to fill in all the water for the entire farm. Then place water in each of these slabs. After you have placed that water, place KELP at each of these spots. Now close these trapdoors. After you're done with that step, the farm should look like that. At this point, fill in and break the infinite water source. The next step is to go behind the farm. Now place a redstone torch over here. Then place a solid block on that redstone torch. Then place a redstone torch at this spot. Now place a solid block on that redstone torch. Then place a redstone torch over here. Now place a solid block at this spot. Then place another redstone torch over here. After you've done that, place 4 blocks like this. Then place redstone on top of each of those blocks. It's really important that you create this redstone system correctly. As you guys can see there, that top redstone torch should be powered off. This will connect the redstone clock to those pistons. The next step is to place 6 ladders over here. Those ladders will allow you to easily access the top of the farm so you can replant the KELP if it ever breaks. I am now going to do a quick fly around so that you can check to make sure you made this farm correctly. Over there should be the KELP chamber. By the way, it does not matter if the KELP grows before you turn the farm on. Over here there should be the smelting system. Those hoppers should be funneling towards those chests. These hoppers should be funneling downwards towards those smokers. Finally, the hoppers under the smokers should be funneling towards those chests. This side of the farm should have this ladder. The back should have all this redstone. Finally, this side should have this redstone clock. I am now going to show you all how to use this KELP XP farm. To use it, first add some coal or other fuel source to each smoker. By the way, you don't need to add that much fuel because the dried KELP that is produced in this farm can be used to make dried KELP blocks. Those dried KELP blocks can be used to fuel the farm. Once you have done that, flick this lever up. As you guys can see there, that will cause a sand and sticky piston system to update KELP so that it grows every second. The KELP is then automatically harvested by those pistons. After the KELP is harvested, it is funneled by those hoppers into those chests. The KELP is then funneled by those hoppers into the smokers. In each smoker, KELP is smelted into dried KELP. The dried KELP is then collected by the bottom hoppers and funneled into those collection chests. Every time a smoker smelts a piece of KELP, it gets some XP. The longer you wait, the more XP you can get because more KELP will be smelted through the smokers. I recommend you wait until at least 18 stacks of KELP smelt into each of these double chests before you collect the XP. In this farm, KELP is produced faster than it is smelted. As a result, KELP will eventually fill these chests. By the way, you should only have this farm turned on when you are standing near it. If you're going to leave the farm area or leave the world, you should first flick this lever down to shut the farm off. That will stop KELP from being produced, but the smokers will still be able to smelt KELP. After a lot of dried KELP is smelted into each of these chests, you can collect the XP. To collect the XP, first flick each of these levers down. That will prevent dried KELP from being collected by the bottom hoppers and funneled into those chests. Now collect some dried KELP from each smoker. As you guys can see there, whenever you collect dried KELP from a smoker, you will get all the XP that is stored inside that smoker. After you're done collecting XP, flick each of these levers up. That will allow KELP to be collected by the bottom hoppers and funneled into those chests again. At this point, I recommend you use the dried KELP from these chests to make KELP blocks for fuel. If you want to collect more XP, first wait for a lot of dried KELP to smelt through each smoker again. I recommend you wait until at least 18 stacks of dried KELP have smelted into each of these double chests before you collect the XP again. The more dried kelp that is smells through each smoker, the more XP each smoker will have. If any kelp in your farm ever breaks, you can easily replant it by going up here. If this farm does not work for you, check to see if any sand is below the sticky pistons. If there is any sand down here, you will need to break it. Also, check to see if you made this farm on a chunk border. If you made it on a chunk border, you'll need to remake it so that it's on one chunk. I hope you all enjoyed learning how to make this simple Minecraft Bedrock Kelp XP farm. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other Minecraft videos. Thanks for watching!